Well, hello everyone. How are we doing today? These are my two quotes from chapter 7 and 8. We'll start with chapter 7 first. I found this under the leading question section in the introduction. It asks, how can you be more authentic during the interview process? I would have to say, put yourself in the interviewee's shoes and think about what you would want to be asked in their situation. For example, if you ask someone a question, you ask the question to yourself and you feel uncomfortable answering, then that person will probably feel just as uncomfortable, if not more uncomfortable, answering the question. And to be authentic, you have to be honest with yourself and think about what you're going to say and make sure what you're saying is something you, for example, would you ask your mother that question? That's a good one. Now, the second one is in section 7.1.1. Another goal task is to ask thoughtful questions of the interviewer that reveals your knowledge of the organization and your understanding of the organizational needs. Alright, this is going back when you're trying to find out about the company. You're doing your research on them and everything. I think like 20 plus years ago, maybe 30 more, this was not as important or as easy to do. But nowadays with the internet, you can look up any company, find out all the information you want about them, the person you want to interview, and it also gives you the opportunity to go like, do I want to work for this company? I'm reading all this stuff about them. I found stuff on them that's not so good. They have some unethical practices. Maybe I don't want to work for them, but then you look at it, find some information about a company you weren't even interested in, and man, this is something I might really want to do in my life, and it gives you better thought about where you want to go in life and what company you want to work for once you graduate from college, or like for me, what I want to do when I grow up. Now the next two are from chapter 8. This one comes from 8.1.2. As the interviewer, you open the interview by ensuring that you make a positive first impression, establish rapport, and clarify your interview goals. I think this, back to like basically my first quote, it makes the person more at ease. You make them comfortable, make them feel like they're there for a reason, not just being interviewed, or, what am I going to say, what am I going to do. Both of you will feel more comfortable if you do this also. So I'm looking, you ought to look at life and stuff like that, and the more comfortable you are doing an interview. Unlike this video presentation, I'm very uncomfortable doing it, but I'm getting better at it. So over time, it gets easier. Now in section 8.1.3 per Steve Hanna, find what you really love to do and then go after it relentlessly, and don't fret about the money. This is something that people need to understand. Jobs are not all about the money. It's about establishing a good relationship with your co-workers. It's about being happy to get up every single morning and go into that job. The money will come. When? You don't know, but it will come eventually. I spent 24 years in the Air Force. People said, man, how did you do it? I said, because I love my job. I love doing what I was doing, and I enjoyed getting up every morning and going to work. We didn't get paid a lot. We had good benefits, but it wasn't about the money. It was about the people I worked with, the people that I see every day. We talked about, I think last year, you spend more time at work than you do with your family. That's the same thing. If you're just after a job, if you're just after a job for money, that's all well and good, but you won't be happy in the end. Thank you and have a good day.